Welcome to this explainer for the Modus Enterprise AI Build Challenge. Look, if you're a software engineer, an AI architect, or a full-stack developer looking to really prove your chops, well, you are in exactly the right place. We're actively hunting for tech professionals who think like true solution architects and enterprise AI practitioners. So consider this briefing your official roadmap to success.
Let's quickly run through our agenda for today. We've got 1. Welcome to the challenge. 2. The challenge process. 3. Assessment and expectations. 4. Think beyond chatbots. 5. Explain your decisions. And finally, 6. Final advice.
Starting with Section 1, Welcome to the challenge.
We are absolutely thrilled you're here, but let's be crystal clear right from the jump. This is not your basic coding test, and it's definitely not a simple prompt engineering hackathon. We're testing for rigorous, heavy-duty architectural and engineering capability. Just hooking up a user interface to an LLM and calling it a day? Yeah, that's just not going to cut it. We really need to see how you analyze a complex business problem, design a rock-solid architecture, organize your data, and build reusable intelligence.
Now, before you write a single line of code, you absolutely must read the Modus Enterprise AI Build Challenge brief. Honestly, skipping this step is the easiest way to fail right out of the gate. Think of this document as your blueprint. It breaks down the available assignments, your core objectives, the expected deliverables, mandatory technical requirements, and the specific assessment criteria. Fully grasping this brief before you start building is going to save you from going down a totally wrong architectural path.
Moving on to Section 2, the challenge process. So, how is this whole thing going to go down? Your path through this challenge is broken into 4 distinct stages. It kicks off with Stage 1, which is a strict 2-hour window for your initial registration and assessment form. Stage 2 gives you a solid 2-day window to actually build your application. Stage 3 is your formal submission, which ultimately culminates in Stage 4, a live technical validation session.
Let's zoom in on those first 2 execution stages. In Stage 1, you'll read the brief and pick an assignment that genuinely sparks your interest. Then, you'll tackle the technical assessment form within that 2-hour limit. That form tells us all about your background, your architectural thinking, and your problem-solving approach. Once you're approved, boom, you enter Stage 2. You have exactly 2 days to research the problem, design your architecture, and independently build and test a truly scalable solution.
Once those 2 days are up, you hit Stage 3. You'll get an email prompting you to submit your working application, your source code, the setup instructions, and your architecture diagrams. If your submission gets shortlisted, congratulations, you advance to Stage 4, the live technical validation session. You'll demonstrate your application for a panel of experts, and here is the real curveball. The panel is going to introduce brand new surprise information right there on the spot. We want to see exactly how your system dynamically processes unfamiliar data in real time.
Which brings us to Section 3, assessment and expectations.
Okay, so what exactly is the panel evaluating? When reviewing your submission, look, we aren't looking for a flashy static HTML demo, a gorgeous but totally hollow user interface, or just a massive hard-coded prompt wrapped around ChatGPT. We are evaluating true engineering judgment. We want to see deep problem-solving abilities, rigorous software and AI engineering chops, and actual, meaningful back-end intelligence. The UI doesn't need to be visually perfect. The back-end needs to be architecturally sound.
Our core assessment focuses super heavily on scalability and explainability. Think about it. If we throw 1,000 processes at your app tomorrow instead of just 100, it simply shouldn't break. And because enterprise users demand absolute confidence in AI, you have to be able to trace any recommendation back to its underlying data. We're also going to carefully evaluate your independent research capabilities and, of course, your communication skills during that live validation.
Section 4, think beyond chatbots.
Enterprise AI is a fundamentally different beast than a simple chatbot, and your build has got to reflect that reality. You're required to build a complete application from scratch using free or open source tech. A successful solution means you need the whole stack: a user interface, a dedicated API layer, distinct business logic, and actual data storage, whether that's relational, vector, or graph. Your data must persist. If a simple app restart wipes out all the intelligence you've built, that's a problem.
And this brings us to a huge concept we call enterprise thinking. We are not going to spoon-feed you a prepackaged dataset or some perfect blueprint. We expect you to be endlessly curious. You have to learn, investigate, and discover new concepts during the challenge itself. Research is a fundamental part of building enterprise intelligence.
You'll literally need to dig into industries, business processes, and organizational operations to inform the technical solution you're engineering.
Section 5. Explain your decisions.
Now, you are absolutely welcome to use AI coding assistants like Copilot or Claude to speed up your development. Go for it. But there is a major catch. You must be prepared to defend your choices. During live validation, the panel is going to act as executives and lead engineers, and the very first thing they'll ask is, why this specific architecture? What drove your front-end and back-end structure?
Then they're going to drill down deeper. Why this database? You'll need to clearly explain your data storage decisions, whether you chose a vector store for semantic search, a graph database for mapping relationships, or a traditional relational model. You need a rock-solid engineering justification for it.
Next up, they'll ask, why this AI approach? We want to deeply understand your AI workflow. What do your prompt pipelines actually look like? How did you integrate reasoning and retrieval into your backend services? And crucially, how are you actively mitigating hallucinations?
And finally, why this overall design? Listen, if you can't confidently explain your engineering approach and your major design decisions to the panel, it's going to be very obvious that you relied way too heavily on automation and haven't truly engineered the solution yourself.
Section 6. Final advice.
As you gear up for this 2-day build, I want you to remember this. Take time to think before writing code. Design your architecture first. Honestly, that is the absolute best advice we can give you. Focus heavily on solving the actual business problem by building reusable components rather than just rushing straight to the keyboard to hack together a fragile chatbot. Plan your data models, map out your workflows, and architect for scale from minute one.
We wish you the absolute best of luck. Treat this challenge as an incredible opportunity to learn, to innovate, and to demonstrate your absolute highest level of engineering capability. We are so excited to see the enterprise AI applications you build. The brief is out there waiting for you. The real question is, are you ready to prove you can architect the future of enterprise AI, or are you just going to build another chatbot?